Welcome to the Pure Garbage Podcast, NBA edition, with Lex and Mr. Smiles.
All right, folks, Lex Cunningham here at the Pure Garbage Podcast. NBA. I have with me Mr. Smiles.
What up?
All right, we got Raptors, Celtics, and Golden State. First three up. Let's go. Raptors, what's happening? They're on fire.
Yeah, on fire. The quarter way through the season, best team in the NBA. Smoking hot, man. It's crazy that when we enter the game, we're like pretty much the Vegas favorite in every game. Like every game the Raptors go into, they're the favorite to win, and that's I need one of those as well. It's one of those things where the Raptors are just an awesome team. Kawhi Leonard's playing great. Kyle Lowry's the MVP of the team.
Yeah.
But the one thing that's going to be, I think, maybe a little bit of drama down the road is Kawhi sitting out the back-to-backs and no other player on the roster getting the rest. Like, for example, Kyle Lowry's been busting his butt out there, playing hard, little injuries here and there, but he's not getting days off or even a day off here and there, and that's going to be
because Kawhi's a special child right now.
He's definitely a special child because they know when it comes down to May or June,
he's got to show up.
He's going to show up.
He has to show up.
He's been playing awesome though. When he plays,
but he has to show up.
He will, and that's the whole thing. This whole season.
We said that about DeMar.
Yeah, this whole season's coming down to May or June, so.
Well, stay tuned for that then.
For sure.
All right, Celtics, what's going on with that crappy team?
Struggling. Through the first 20 games, they're 10-10.
Good.
Yeah, well, I'm happy about that, but it's the Celtics, they have too many good players, which is, it sounds kind of dumb when you say it like that.
No, let's rephrase it. Too many high-end egos?
Well, you can say it's egos, but it's a lot of guys who need the ball in their hands, a lot of guys who need shots.
Everyone needs. No one can just play as a team.
So it's the guys who were pretty much when when Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward were out last year, the guys who are now bench players were in the starting lineup contributing, took the team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Now that everyone's back, everyone's healthy, there's not enough shots to go around, not enough minutes to go around.
Boo-hoo.
And that's the NBA problem.
Boo-hoo.
Everyone's got an ego in the NBA, and it's one of those things they gotta get the touches to be happy.
Golden State.
Whoa, wow. The big blow up last week with Draymond and Kevin Durant.
They're like a soap opera. Who cares?
Soap opera. That's the best thing about the NBA.
I know.
How many times did I tell you the off-court stuff is the best thing about the NBA? The on-court play is amazing, but the drama off the court just makes the on-court even better, right?
Shut up and dribble, I say.
Wow. Shut up and dribble. But anyways, Golden State. This is probably going to drive Kevin Durant out of Golden State. And the latest rumor, I don't know if everyone's heard it or not, is next year on the Lakers, LeBron, Durant, and Anthony Davis.
I can't even say his name because I'm so tired of hearing it. And I don't know, maybe we should do a poll. How many people out there are tired of hearing LeBron? Anyway, he's the man right now. So when LeBron finally leaves the NBA, who's going to be the guy?
That's a good question. Yeah, when Jordan first retired years and years ago, there was a little bit of 2-year gap of like, as the NBA as popular as it was when Jordan was there, and then it's one of those things now that LeBron, the whole NBA universe pretty much centers around what LeBron's doing, who's going to play with LeBron, what's going on with LeBron. Now, when he retires, it's going to be a whole new thing.
All right, we got Butler and Philly. What's going on with Butler?
Well, the Jimmy Butler trade finally went down, and it's a bad thing for a lot of teams in the Eastern Conference. Since he's
maybe not.
No, he's fitting nicely there. Ben Simmons, Embiid, and Jimbut Butler are looking great together so far.
Let's listen. You hear that? Yeah, those are the seconds on the clock before there's another problem with Butler.
Yeah, but right now he's trying to get that max contract, so he's going to be on his best behavior. Once he signs the max contract,
then he's going to act a fool.
But right now he's hitting game winners. He's dominating. The whole team's rallying around him.
He needs the money.
He's going to get his max deal.
It's like a kid being nice right before Christmas.
But he's going to get that max. And Butler's one of those guys, he cares about how much pay. He's one of those guys who's, how much I get paid represents how much I'm worth, how valuable I'm a player. And he's one of those guys, you pay me the max, and he might even want the mega max, which is kind of another thing.
Well, if he starts getting the max, he's got to be the new LeBron. Anyway, let's move west. All right, the Western Conference. Yeah. What's going on there, my friend?
Well, Western Conference is super tight right now. Like, literally all the teams, there's 15 teams in the conference. 14 of the 15 are all within 4 games of each other. Tight! So it's real tight. So literally 8 playoff spots, 14 teams going for it, which is kind of unheard of in today's NBA. Like, there's always been teams tanking in the past, trying to get a higher draft pick.
So it's competitive.
Yeah, but now all the teams in the West, other than the Phoenix Suns, are pretty much done tanking right now. So it's everyone's trying to make the playoffs.
I love that word, tanking.
Yeah. So they're all trying to make the playoffs right now. and you literally lose 2 games in a row, you could be out of the playoffs. So it's going to be a battle to the very end of the season. Most likely, Golden State's probably still going to come out.
Kemba in Charlotte.
Kemba in Charlotte. Well, Kemba Walker, he's probably the most underrated point guard in the NBA.
I agree.
He's a great player. He's always been a great player, but this year he's taking his game to a next level. He's shooting a lot more 3-pointers. And literally, like, it's one of those things where he doesn't get rated as a top point guard, but he literally plays better than almost any point guard in the NBA, and he needs some recognition, and that's why I'm shouting him out right now. Kemba, you're an all-star, and the all-star game is actually in Charlotte this year, so he's going to be every year the hometown guy, or the guy on the hometown team pretty much is the host.
Are you going?
I wish I was.
Are you driving down in your fancy car? Pulling up here in my driveway, I'll fly.
I might be actually going down this year. I might have to make an appearance because this all-star game is going to be super hype with Kawhi and Kyle Lowry around the team.
Will you get courtside seats again?
Not gonna happen, man. Those those courtside seats in the NBA are super.
At least oh god, I just saw what you were wearing. You're in a Raiders shirt again.
Yeah, always, man. I always gotta represent.
Yeah, represent that team. Anyway, up in here in my Buffalo Bills house. Anything else about the NBA you want to toss in right before we run out of here?
Yeah. Well, one last little side note. The talk about tanking before the New York Knicks are in the Zion Williamson sweepstakes. Now, actually Duke season has started right now.
Yeah.
And Zion is looking.
Zion's a power forward, isn't he?
Power forward, but he's kind of like, he's positionless. Like, he can literally play shooting guard, small forward, and power forward. He's a beast. And whoever gets the first pick overall has a good 10-year run of a guy who's going to be a marketer's dream.
10 years? Come on, let's get through the first 2.
Nah, Zion's the truth, man. Zion's the truth. This kid
hurts his knee. He's done.
Yeah, like with everybody, but if I'm in the NBA right now and I get the first pick, I'm counting my lucky stars.
So Zion could be the next Jordan. No.
A clash between LeBron.
Oh god.
And I could even. The funny thing about Zion, there is no comparison for him. He's just an original.
Let's go back to the Sixers back in the early 90s.
Dr. J, maybe?
No.
Allen Iverson.
Iverson. Dr. J is in the 70s.
Yeah, Dr. J 70s. Yeah. But Zion, there's no comparison for him. I love watching this kid. Like, Duke is now appointment television when it's on your TV because Zion is the truth.
Duke's always been hot, though. Well, folks, there you have it right there. Pure garbage up to the minute. NBA talk. We'll be back again with Mr. Smiles. And don't forget, if you're going to dribble,
shoot.
Thank you for listening to the Pure Garbage Podcast. To find us, subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, or Stitcher.